Hey guys, Daskro here again. I was recording some footage with my friend K-rake from Team Nexus to showcase a new event coming up by the Championship Gaming League called the 8v8 Draft League, a league in which free agents, random players can join up and be selected by team captains from the various teams of competitive Battlefield in North America, and then do a short 4-week match format. Incidentally, though, when filming this sort of featurette with K-rake, I noticed that we were playing 64-man Kharq Island, which is the Reddit Battlefield 3 versus 4chan V tournament map. And while playing this with K-rake, who incidentally is on the highest rating that you can get in this draft league for being a tanker. He really is one of the best tankers in North America within the Battlefield 3 competitive scene. I noticed that we were experiencing something way different than what we typically experience within sort of a competitive or organized match format. And that was, man, there was so much stuff going on. 64-man Kharq Island Conquest. We're a tank duo. He and I have years of experience, decades of experience combined tanking in Battlefield.
There he is.
And yet we're having a lot of trouble. And it's because with that many people on each side of a map, you have all these different SOFLANs and different commanders, seats, lasering everything. You got the helos and jets lasering people, and you got javelins everywhere. And as we play through this, you'll hear that we're getting locked on, and he's popping the smoke, he's running IR smoke, but there are so many javelins, that it's really hard to stop them all. And I'm being a good gunner. I'm noticing when his health is getting low, and I can get out and I repair him. And we even tried a few times where I'm running IR smoke as well for my primary tank, and so we'd switch positions. And so after he popped the smoke, I jump in the drivers, and then I could pop the smoke again, just in case there was a bunch of javelins coming at us. And that is somewhat effective. But for the most part, we had a lot of difficulty. I was repairing him like mad. And look what K-rake does. He goes all the way into the building. He wants to shield himself from the jets and helo, because in this server, we don't have air superiority. The jets are constantly bombarding us. And I'm running guided missiles, so if we ever want to switch up, and he goes in the commander seat and lasers the targets, the helo or even the jet, I can get in and guide missile it. But the helo that the opposing team is using is way back. He's playing way defensive. He's using team guided missile, but even then, we're just having a constant barrage of attacks on us, and we have some guys fought us out, repairing us here and there, but it really, I mean, this footage really shows sort of what it's going to be like in this big 64-man brawl, this 32 versus 32. You can have a tank crew, be it repairing, be it in the commander's seat, but if the other team even has 5 javelins in the immediate area, five people out of a team of 32, that's not unreasonable to think that that 1/6, I can't pronounce it, or 15% of your team would be within the javelin engineers. I don't think it's unreasonable at all, especially in a map like this when you have all these vehicles. When you have an AA vehicle, and you have 2 tanks per side, you have a little bird and an attack helo, and 2 jets. Why not go javelin? Now, when you watch this footage, you'll see I'm going mostly the gunner position. I'm not going commander seat. Now, I could have gone commander seat a whole lot more and gotten a lot more laser locks on them. And I know that's what I should have done, but I didn't want to do it. And why I didn't want to do it? Because old habits die hard, excuse me. And I love being in that gunner position and shooting that machine gun, trying to shoot down those air assets. In older Battlefield games, Battlefield 1.2, Battlefield 2, you could be very effective as a gunner against air vehicles. If you could get the lead down, you could do a lot of damage real quickly to it. And on here, I'm getting a lot of really good shots on these helos, and even on the jets as they come by. But the amount of damage that this gunner machine gun does is so minimal that it really is sort of an exercise in futility. But I wish it was better. And if I was actually playing, you know, win, and we're dominating as our team right now, even though that the tickets are nearly even, we have a majority of those points. I would have been in commander seat more. Now I'm getting shot, and I know I'm getting shot, and so I know they're behind me, so I'm trying to use that orange bin as sort of a cover as I expand out, and so I'm actually sort of doing a diagonal push as I get there. I do take a little damage before I get cover again, but I get in there, and my health is regenerating, and we're again fighting again, keeping K-rake alive. In this server, the vehicle spawn was a bit longer, but in oh look, here comes the jet. The jet's trying to kill us. We take a lot of damage, and I want to get in and repair him all the way to full health so he can be maneuverable again. Maneuverability is the biggest and most important aspect of the tank, because once that tank goes down or becomes immobile, you can't use it more. It becomes a bunker, and
oh my god!
And so
we get out of
here. We got it done. I tell him, let's go. Let's see who goes. Trying to push on up. I'm running proximity. I'm running proximity because K-rake is running reactive armor, but we still want to have the benefits of proximity, so I'm running proximity so he gets the benefits of proximity. And so now everyone around us, you know, we can see enemies as they appear up, and so I am diligently watching that mini-map. And maybe we can get this little bird to take it out. Bam! K-rake takes it out. A gunner's job is a humble man's job, because the tank usually gets most of the kills. That's okay. For every kill he gets, I get a cut of the action. I get like, I don't know, 50, 60 points. It adds up. When we see the actual the score on this, you're gonna see that, wow, I'm in like second place, and I'm with 11-1, and there are other guys that have a lot more kills than I do. In part because I'm getting all those support points. So we grab the tank again, and we are off again.
I'm gonna go hunt and kill people this time.
Now K-rake is a lot more silent than I am, but when you play with another good tanker, you sort of know what they're going to be doing, know what they're going to be thinking. You get a vibe for where they're going to be positioning themselves, where they're not going to position themselves. Again, I am trying so hard to take out these jets, and I even get a few hits here and there. Not that time around, but not enough. Not even close. Luckily, SOFLAMs everywhere. There are SOFLAMs everywhere, and you can put 4 or 5 of your guys as recon in a 32 versus 32 man match. Again, about 15% of your dudes. But SOFLAMs everywhere. There are 2 SOFLAMs on this hill. There's a SOFLAM on the construction site. There's a SOFLAM in the office area. The SOFLAMs are constantly locking me. They're constantly locking our tank. And if they're running a decent amount of javelins, they're going to hit us so easily.
I think you're right.
And it's not, oh, there's 2 and I don't get it. Oh, but guess who helps me out? K-rake.
More here.
He shoots him. Now, friendly fire is off, and so I didn't take any damage when he threw that shell into me. But if it wasn't, I would have been dead. Wouldn't have been good. Oh, I see a dude. Oh, I can't get him. Too bad. Oh, less though. We have majority of the points. That's great, but the SOFLAMs are everywhere, and when we're getting SOFLAMs or laser target for that matter, it's not so much that that as someone who shoots the javelin at enemy tank, I want to hit that tank. I do want to do it, but if I have multiple javelin guys on my side who are ready to go, I want to pace myself. I want to time it in a way where I basically take 3 seconds per shot. I fire a shot, hopefully we still have laser designation, the next guy fires a shot, and the next guy fires a shot. And as we do that, the javelins will all go and try to hit that tank. But after the smoke gets popped, it loses effectiveness after about 5 seconds or so. So you'll have a situation where maybe that second or third, or maybe just the third javelin hits. But even if one javelin hits, it's going to do 50 damage, and that's huge. Huge.
Tank in front of us.
We see a tank. I should just get a CITV because maybe there is.
He's disabled.
Maybe there is a dude who and I actually do get the CITV. And I can throw a rocket at him before I start repairing. And I get the kill. That's great. CITV is really important, especially when you have this many dudes on each of the sides. Let's get the repairs looking good.
Got it.
And there's just a constant battle, air battle going on. And I don't know how effective the Stinger missile would be in relation to these battles. The jets are clearly doing strafing runs on tanks, as about half of our deaths are from these strafing runs, and so in that respect, a Stinger crew of 2 would maybe be fine in terms of taking them out, maybe 3, time it right. Unfortunately, the electronic countermeasures are still broken. Uh-oh, so he goes down, and I want to get those. I want to get a kill on him. No, not even close. As I was saying, electronic countermeasures do make Stingers basically useless. Flares also don't help either. And so maybe in this 32 versus 32 man match between Reddit and 4chan, maybe it is up to those jet pilots. What if those jet pilots are so damn good? That on one side versus the other, that the one side loses complete air control, and they have to push that to their ground game. Boy, that would be tough. Not to say that it's not doable. I've played matches where my team has had complete air superiority. Complete air superiority. We had a helo in the air, and we had our 2 jets in the air. We had our jets camping their airfield because we had that much superiority. And yet we didn't win. And we didn't win because this was an 8v8 format. Since we had basically 4 guys up in the air, we only had 4 guys on the ground, and they were beating us on the ground battles, even though the helo was there and could take out enemy dudes as they were running around. Wasn't enough. In reality, we only had maybe 1 or 2 infantry guys, true infantry guys, because we had 2 tanks. We have guys in our tanks. But in 32 versus 32, completely different. Completely different. We have 2 guys in the attack helo. We have 1 guy in the light helo. That's 3. We have 1 guy in the jet. That's 5. We have 1 guy in each of the tanks at minimum. So that's 7. Let's throw in another. Let's throw in a gunner and a commander guy on each one, and so that's another 4. That's 11.
Shit.
We have the AA guy. That's 12. The AA vehicle.
I'm down. Yeah, sorry.
So we have 12 guys in the vehicles. That leaves 20 guys left.
You can stay up.
20 guys to push up anything they want to do. You can put 5 guys on recon, 5 guys on javelin, and then maybe 3 guys on Stinger, or I don't know, 7 guys on assault. You could do any kind of combination.
There were guys to our right.
And really, you could even designate those 5 javelin guys and 3 Stingers to simply rotate. To say if we're really losing the ground vehicle battle, then go ground vehicle, then go for the javelin. But if we're really losing the air battle and it's actually costing us, then go for Stinger. Not hard to switch up back and forth. I mean, 20 guys on the ground. And this isn't even discounting the fact that you may even have your tank dead, and then you'll have 2 guys floating around waiting for the tank to respawn. A ton of guys. And with this many points, 5 points, you could put 5, 6 guys into the points. You know, maybe a little less. If my math is wrong, 5 times 5 is 25, and this would be 20 guys, so maybe you only need 3 or 4. But nonetheless, it's a lot of dudes. So hopefully this gave you guys sort of a taste of what is to come in Kharq Island 64-man Conquest Large on this Reddit versus Battlefield, or Reddit's Battlefield 3 community versus 4chan's V. It's going to be real intense. It's intense enough in this random pub that we joined up, where you actually have some fierce competition in the air and on the ground. But when we have an organized match, 32 versus 32, this is going to be crazy. And I only hope that some of the participants, other than myself, do end up recording, because I think we're going to see some really fantastic footage here and there. And and hopefully, and I get a support kill, and we get the kill. Who got that kill, by the way? Some other dude, not me. Anyway, though, video's coming to an end. But if you're interested in playing in not the Reddit versus 4chan event, but instead this CGL event that I alluded to at the beginning, you can check it out. The link below. It's a draft league that goes for 4 weeks and then has a little reprieve and starts again. The first draft league is starting real soon, but it's going to be really fun to check out. It's a lot more casual than sort of the rigor that it takes to play in the sort of the top-tier competitive Battlefield. And so it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to do some commentary on that. And a number of great players, including K-rake, is going to be in this, and I am really looking forward to it. It's really going to be fantastic. So I'm going to stop talking. We're going to watch the rest of this, so thanks for tuning in, and have a good one.
And rebels. Rebel. Somewhere. Nope, to our left again. Maybe second floor. Oh yeah, second floor. I may have jumped down the bottom. Down on turn. Oh, bullshit.